And from that, let's talk about what's happening in Nepal, or should we call it the amoeba republic? Why amoeba republic? Well, because of the splits that the country has witnessed. We've all grown up learning about how amoeba splits. Now, in the political landscape, splits can trigger political instability, uncertainty, even chaos. Why am I talking about this today? Because of a major development in the country, one that has been dominating headlines. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. First, some context here. JSP-n, or the Janata Samajbadi Party Nepal, is one of the coalition partners in Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal Prachanda-led government. The Janata Samajbadi Party Nepal has now split. Now you get why I mentioned the terms amoeba and splits. So what really happened? Why did the split occur? This was after a majority of the lawmakers and over 24 Central Committee members applied for a new party at the Election Commission of Nepal. Basically, there have been concerns over how the party was being run. Now, like I said, Nepal is no stranger to splits. There has been a cycle of coalition making, also breaking. Major national political parties have also often turned back as far as pre-poll alliances are concerned. Basically, a series of maneuvers. But the thing is, this series of changes means that the focus of the political leaders has been diverted away from the key focus area, that of fulfilling the people's aspirations. And there has been a lot of change, by the way. Change is the only constant, really does hold true for the Nepal political landscape. Let's give you a sample. Let's take you back to the 1994 to 1998 period. It was a period of political turmoil, to say the least. You see, in the elections that were held in 1991, the Nepali Congress won a majority of seats. These, by the way, were the country's first multi-party elections in 32 years. But then splits within the Nepali Congress forced the government to call mid-term elections in November 1994. Cut to how a CPN-UML minority government fell within a year, and Nepal entered a period of political instability. In the year 1998, the country's sixth government in 4 years came into being. I'm going to keep going back to the term amoeba republic because of how familiar Nepal is with splits and political instability. In the year 2009, Prime Minister Prachanda resigned. This was over a row over the failed attempt to fire the then army chief. Madhav Kumar Nepal was named the new Prime Minister, leading a 22-party coalition government. 22-party coalition government. The Maoists went into opposition and launched a series of protest programs. And in the year 2012, hardcore leftists broke away from Nepal's biggest political party and announced a new faction. This was a split that further complicated the country's messy political crisis. The Prime Minister had to call for fresh elections. Following the failure of the politicians to agree on a new constitution for the post-monarchy era, basically the constitution talks failed. And let's now talk about what happened in the year 2021. The political crisis was peaking. There was a power tussle between KP Sharma Oli and Pushpakamal Dahal. KP Sharma Oli heading the Communist Party of Nepal Unified Marxist-Leninist, and Pushpakamal Dahal heading the Communist Party of Nepal Maoist Center. And this tussle made things difficult and messy. The ruling Nepal Communist Party that was formed after the merger of the two split. And cut to the present, with the JSP-n, or the Janata Samajbadi Party Nepal, which is one of the coalition partners in the government, now splitting. What does this mean for the country's political landscape? Where do things go from here? And will this split affect the government's stability? We will be keeping a close eye on the developments. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.